Good morning, it's day 123.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out and I'll lay your ship bare. See, I'll leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's
Here's the breakfast. Half the Special K protein plus, half the honey bunches of oats, vanilla clusters, 17 grams of fresh blueberries, 1 packet of Truvia, and half a cup of skim milk. Man, I love this puppy, but she's like driving me nuts. She just keeps pooping on the floor in the playroom all the time. Madison? Okay guys, it's lunchtime. It's 12:40. I made another bean and cheese quesadilla with 1 serving of light sour cream, and I'll put in the calories. Hey guys, it's 5 to 6. I'm in a really bad mood. I had a Coke Zero, 10 o'clock this morning. Then I had 2 servings of cookies after lunch. And then I had a big bowl of fettuccine with broccoli and a whole bunch of other like concoction stuff like Philadelphia cooking cream and garlic sour cream and stuff in it. And then I had 2 more servings of cookies. I don't know if it's the PMS or the caffeine that's driving me to eat more sweets than I'm usually able to, you know, keep things in control or whatever, but anyway. I hate to record videos when I'm feeling like this, I really do, because I don't want you guys to get down either, you know. It's like I don't want to bring everybody down. But then if I don't record any videos right now, then I'm not going to record any videos today, and you'll see, I'm sure, that the vlog is going to be short. So I kind of have to, and that's what the vlog said, right? Or what the beginning of my vlog say. Welcome to a day in my life, including all the highs and lows that come on a journey to lose weight. So, welcome to a low. I'm just really super frustrated today. I mean, it didn't go all that terribly, you know, at the beginning of the day until about lunchtime, maybe a little bit after. But just things are getting on my nerves. Like, Daisy keeps going number 2, like a million times a day, and I have no idea like when to time it, or it's been a long time since I've housebroken a dog, and I try to take her out often, but especially after she eats, and I guess I'm just not timing it right, whatever, and then she likes to go in the playroom and do it. It's really getting on my nerves, really getting me frustrated. And then the fact that I'm going to try to go to church tonight, Brian didn't want to come, of course, because it's his day off, and that's the thing about him having the weekends off, is that we either go on Saturday night, which is his night, and he's not going to want to go, or we have to go on Sunday morning, my day, and I don't want to go on my morning because I want to either go couponing or I want to sleep in. And I know that my priorities should be different. I understand that, but I'm also, you know, a fallible person. I never claimed to be like Mother Teresa. But anyway, so he didn't want to go, and then just the fact that I can never be on time to anything anymore since I've had these 2 kids. I hate being late. I hate it, because I hate when people are late on me, and I just hate being late. So there was a cop beside me at the light, so I figured it might not be a good idea to record myself. I don't know. I don't think it really matters, but anyway. it frustrates me and annoys me to no end that I can never be on time. And I'm not necessarily blaming the kids because they are all, you know, they're both under my control, if you will, you know. I mean, they can't eat until I give them food, they can't get dressed until I dress them or tell them to, you understand. So it's not necessarily their fault, it's just there's definitely a science to being on time when you have kids, and I have not figured it out yet. Because as I was trying to tell Brian, you know, I can't like predict timing like an hour and a half, 2 hours out from what we're doing. It's like, I know we have to eat dinner before we go because service starts at 6 o'clock. And so we have to have time before that to obviously get there, and then before that to get ready, and then before that to eat, get cleaned up after eating, and then before that for dinner to actually be ready. And then, you know, so I have to like try to backtrack and like try to think about exactly when I'm supposed to get things ready for dinner. And I started dinner at like 4:30. I thought we had plenty of time, and then, you know, things happen and kids throw fits and don't want to get clothes on that you want them to wear. And, you know, it's hard to get 3 people ready in the matter of a few minutes. Anyway, I'm just like ranting and bitching because who else do I have to talk to, right? I like talking to you guys anyway. So, yeah, I'm not in the best mood, but at least I'm going, is what I'm telling myself. And to tell you the truth, the majority of it is for the kids, because if they didn't want to go, then I probably wouldn't have gone today. Because it does take a commitment, you know, it does. I like going to church, but sometimes, yeah, I would definitely rather just sit on the couch. But I try my best to do the right thing most of the time. Anyway, again, I'm sorry for bringing you guys down, but I appreciate you guys listening, and I feel like I'm actually getting it off my chest, talking to my buddies. So, we're almost there, and of course we're late. And just with those other things, it's just, I think, a fact of my life that I'm just going to have to accept in order to move forward and not make myself miserable. You know, it's not like they're gonna not let us in or something like that. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Okay guys, it is almost 1 o'clock in the morning. It's on my night off. So essentially I would be able to sleep in the morning, but I don't know that I'm going to be doing that because Sunday morning drugstore coupon shopping. I've been a real flake on you guys the last couple days, and I'm sorry. I don't know. Like I said on Facebook, which you can find me at my username, and friend me if you want to. Anyway, I've just been in such a funk lately. I don't know. It seemed like when I was doing the experiment, like I was more focused, and now I'm really not focused, and I'm really just not in a great place. I don't know how to really explain it other than that. I don't know what the reasons are or the excuses or whatever, but I'm not doing good as far as on my diet, in my well-being, in my thinking. I'm just not doing well the last couple weeks. And maybe my time of the month has something to do with it. You know, I do have, I would say, moderately severe kind of hormonal issues, if you will. So that might be what's happening. But really, it all comes down to my own personal choices as far as how I'm going to feel and how I'm going to react and how I'm going to deal with things. And that's one thing that I wanted to talk to you guys really quick about, is that obviously this is only my personal opinion, so take it or leave it. But I don't know if it's like a nowadays kind of thing or what exactly, but it seems like we as a people, as a society, or whatever, we seem to let ourselves off the hook really easily these days. And what I mean by that is, it seems... Hold on a second. Hey! Stop it. It seems like when we make mistakes, like everybody wants to act as if it didn't happen and just as quickly as possible sweep it under the rug or forget about it or just move on, just forget it ever happened. And I guess I'm just like not like that, and I'm not into that kind of thinking. And if you are, I mean, no offense to you. This is just how I think. So if you choose to do whatever you do in your life, that's awesome. But I don't think that that's the best thing for me to do. For instance, if I make a mistake, I think it's best to... Oh my God, my dogs are going nuts right now, sorry. I think it's best to sit with that a little bit. Let's have some accountability. You know what I mean? Like, let's not just make mistakes and just act like they didn't even happen and then just like, oh, just move on, just move on. If you want to look at it in a positive light, mistakes are opportunities to learn and opportunities to reevaluate things. And if all you do is like if all you do is make a mistake and then move on from it without thinking it through or, like I said, like evaluating the situation, then you're not going to learn anything. And, you know, to kind of make an analogy or whatever, for instance, how we try to discipline Madison, which you may know we have some behavioral issues with her. But, you know, that doesn't really have anything to do with whatever. But our discipline style or parenting style or whatever, if you will, is based on choices, decisions, and consequences. And so we let her know what we expect from her, and then if she makes bad choices and chooses not to follow the rules, then we talk to her about that and everything, and then she gets some consequences, whether that be a punishment of standing in the corner or sitting in the corner or sitting in timeout, which I know some of you are like, what? Consistency. So usually we do use the same kind of punishment method. We were using the naughty spot. I know this is off the subject, but hold on a second, stay with me. We were using the naughty spot for a while, but that didn't seem to really bother her that much. And obviously we're not trying to make her life miserable, but punishment shouldn't be, you know, a piece of cake. So then we started putting her in the corner, only for 4 minutes because she's only 4 years old. And she really didn't seem to like that. But since we are having the discipline issues, I've tried to take maybe a little bit softer of an approach, and so we kind of went back to the naughty spot kind of thing. But anyway, sorry, I just had to insert that there because some of you were asking how we discipline and stuff. But anyway, if she makes a mistake, we don't just ignore it. You know, we sit down with her, we talk it over, we evaluate how things could have gone differently, and then we evaluate what the consequences are going to be because of that mistake, and then we try to teach not to make that mistake again, and if you make a better choice, then this good consequence may happen. Anyway, the whole point is, I am not a PC person. I am not a kind of sugarcoat kind of person. And I think beating yourself up a little bit is okay sometimes. Because when you mess up, if you don't want to keep on messing up, you've got to make some changes. And you're not going to make any changes if you don't look at the things that you're doing wrong and change them. And do it right. So, you know, all this kind of stuff like, oh, just don't worry about it, just move on, just, you know, oh goodness, you know, kind of stuff. It's good to a certain extent. You don't want to beat yourself up until it's not healthy anymore. You don't want to continually bring yourself down over something that you did so long ago that whatever lessons that you could have learned from it have already been learned or will never be learned. Absolutely, I agree with that. But let's learn from our mistakes, people. Let's look at our mess ups and think about how we could do things differently for better outcomes. And let's say, hey, I messed up. What am I going to do next time? I'm talking about this because, like I was saying earlier, I'm in a funk. And as I told you guys the other day, I'm only human. And I'm not quitting. And I've been in this rough patch for a while, probably for like a month or something, right? But the last week especially, week or two, since the experiment ended, has even been harder. And I made more mistakes today. And I told you guys I was going to lay off the Coke Zero yesterday, and I did. And I told you guys I was going to lay off the peanuts and chocolate yesterday, and I did. And I told you guys I was going to work out yesterday, and I did. But guess what, guys? I made some mistakes today. I did not work out. To tell you the truth, I didn't even remember. I didn't even think about it, I swear to you, until it was like after the girls went to bed, and I was like, oh, yeah. I was supposed to go work out, you know, because this is kind of a new development, just kind of starting yesterday, because I wasn't working out for the last 2 weeks, as you may or may not know. So yeah, it just completely slipped my mind. Not only that, I told you earlier on my way to church that I ate like 4 servings of cookies this afternoon, but guess what? I had a Coke Zero this morning. So, not only that, I told you what I had for dinner, and then this evening I had more chocolate and peanuts, and I had a Snickers egg. So, back to the thing I was saying first. I don't know what the excuse is, but I've got to rectify it. believe me, I'm not going to beat myself up over today, much past tomorrow, okay? But it's important for me to say, hey, Sarah, wake up. Hello. What are you doing? You're messing up. Get it together. You know? One theory I have is that if I have the caffeine and or Coke Zero or whatever the situation is with the caffeine or the artificial sweetener, because I know that can make you crave sugar or whatever, if I'm in work mode, if I'm busy, if I'm out shopping, if I've gotten going cleaning and doing all that and it carries me through, then I'm pretty good. If I keep myself busy. But if I have the caffeine or whatever and I'm just sitting, then I become anxious and I get just kind of jumpy, I guess. And then I get anxious and then I get frustrated. And then I think I turn to food and or I crave sugar. So these are the things that I'm trying to take away. These are the lessons I'm trying to learn. Trying to get through my head. You know, consequences. When you have this, you do this. So I don't think the Coke Zero is a good idea anymore. And I know I said that the other day. And I've got to learn that lesson. To just stop messing with it, because the reason why I have been messing with it is because it was serving me so well. I felt like I was getting more stuff done around the house because you guys know that my energy levels like drop like that. Whatever, I'm rambling on too much now, and I'm probably going to have to totally edit this, but I hope you guys understand what the point of what I'm trying to say. And just look at yourselves. Just evaluate. I hope that you will. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.